Welcome back. This is chapter 3 now, of course. Just know that chapter 3 is a very short chapter.
Are you coming with us?
Only for a little while.
Only for a little while.
Only takes about 10 or so minutes to get through chapter 3. Don't forget about this raven up here.
We'll use this.
Number 6 of 51.
Broken.
Sindri.
The dwarf at the foot of these hills.
He was fixing it when we got here.
Well, no one was there when I passed by. Perhaps he finished. Dwarves are awfully resourceful.
And irritating, based on the two we have met.
That too. Just give that a turn. There. Tyr's temple is at the center of the lake. It is from there we travel to Alfheim. Thankfully, it's no longer underwater.
Why is that creature in the bay?
No one knows. He just appeared one day. Soon after, Thor attacked, and their battle could be felt across all the realms. Ultimately, it ended in a stalemate, and Thor returned to Odin empty-handed. The serpent stayed and grew so large, he now spans all of Midgard.
See? Told you.
They've hated each other ever since, destined to kill each other come Ragnarok.
You believe in Ragnarok?
I dearly wish I didn't, child.
You know, we actually talked to the world serpent.
You did?
An exaggeration.
I'm good with languages, even ones I've never heard before. But when he talks, I can't understand any of it.
Sadly, no one can. He speaks a dead tongue.
Oh. Must be lonely.
Watch your step. Just along here.
You sure? We came through here before and there's no way back across. See?
Is that so? Let me show you something. Are you watching? Riosta!
What? It's solid.
Elven architecture. My bowstring was soaked in the light of Alfheim. It can now reawaken the magic of the elves.
Wait, it won't just disappear, will it?
Not as long as the light shines free. This way.
I want one. Those roots. What kind of magic is that?
It's Vanir.
From Vanaheim?
You know of it?
Just stories. Mother didn't say much about the Vanir gods. Just that they're always at war with the Aesir. As compared to Odin and Thor, they're the good guys.
There are no good gods, boy. Thought I taught you that.
Tyr's temple. Built with help from the giants, Great Tyr used it to travel the 9 realms and keep the peace between them.
Doesn't seem very peaceful. Everywhere we go, we're attacked. Especially by dead things.
The risen dead grow ever more numerous. Once the roads and trails would have been full of people. Now all have hid or fled, save for the Reavers, savage enough to survive in such a world. Make a right at the bottom of these stairs.
Hey, another one of those light crystals.
Wait there while I reawaken the light. Leosta.
That did it. What are we doing exactly?
Mending the disrepair. Start by lifting that axle. Good. Now push it back into place. Now realign the wheel onto the track. Perfect. Now push the bridge along the track.
What? The whole entire bridge is turning. How is the whole entire bridge turning? Boy, you're really strong.
Just keep pushing until the bridge reaches its first position. Tired yet?
No.
He's always been really strong. So about the dead. We heard someone call them Hellwalkers. But what are they?
They are poor, restless souls, denied their judgment and their peace.
Why what? Could Vanir magic raise the dead?
It could, once. But this is no spell. This plague of dead is but a symptom of a world out of balance. Something or someone has meddled with powerful forces. That is all I know for sure. That's perfect. Come back up. We're ready now.
That was impressive. You didn't hurt your back, did you?
I did not hurt my back.
Through these doors.
Wait, so did the Giants or the Elves build Tyr's temple?
All the races helped with its construction. It was the last great act of cooperation between the realms before peace disappeared. Lyosta.
Your bowstring stopped glowing.
Its power is now depleted. Only a few knocks of magic remained in the bowstring, and we used them. Your bow, please. Once you claim the light of Alfheim, infuse the bowstring with its power. Don't forget.
You talk like you're not coming with us.
I'll try, but measures were taken to keep me trapped in Midgard.
Why?
The gods don't care for me much.
Is this it? It's so dark.
This temple has been asleep, underwater for almost 150 winters. It needs only the light of the Bifrost to reawaken.
Those roots don't look like your magic.
They aren't. These roots are part of the Great World Tree, and make travel between the realms possible.
How does it work?
You will need this, a Bifrost, to create travel between realms. It can capture, hold, and transfer the light of Alfheim. Place the Bifrost there.
What now?
Give it a moment. The temple needs time to wake up from its long slumber. It is from this room, and this room alone, that you will be able to cross between realms. What you see before you represents the temple in which we stand, as well as the realm towers that encircle the Lake of Nine outside. All the realms exist in the same physical space, reflections of each other. These doors, the towers outside, and the 9 realms are all intertwined and coexisting on the branches of the World Tree, separated only by the Bifrost light of Alfheim. This place can focus and control that light.
And is this the World Tree?
Only an artistic representation of it. No, the Yggdrasil is much, much more than this. The Tree of Life is bound to the fate of the world, just as we are bound to it. The tree nourishes our soils. The dew from its leaves feeds our valleys and rivers. The tree's very existence supports all of creation along its boughs. Its life energy interwoven into the tapestry of life. Birth, growth, death, and rebirth. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree. So, that's how it works. But I'm guessing you were looking for a more practical answer.
Yes.
Very well. The bridge you pushed outside is currently positioned to lead to the realm of Vanaheim. Instead, turn the wheel to our actual destination, Alfheim.
Wait, is this moving the big bridge outside?
Yes, the wheel turns the bridge, and the bridge aligns to the different realm towers on the lake outside.
Wait, there's no tower on this one.
And that's why realm travel to Jotunheim is impossible. Without a tower for the bridge to lock into, the sequence can't begin. Every realm has a travel room that unlocks the bridge to that realm. I'm giving you the one for Alfheim. Now you can lock in your destination. We're ready. Remember to take the Bifrost. You don't want to lose that. Now the realm travel bridge will align, and the realm between realms will open. See that giant crystal? Each realm has a corresponding one that focuses and amplifies the power of the Bifrost, opening the bridge to that realm. That's why realm travel is only possible from this room.
What about that one realm tower missing from the lake?
The Jotunheim Tower disappeared from all realms over 100 winters ago, when the giants vanished from Midgard. Where the tower went and how they moved it remain a mystery.
It didn't work. We're still here.
Follow me.
The Bifrost is dark.
This trip was its last use. There's no going back until it's replenished with the light of Alfheim.
So we are trapped.
Someone of your ability should have little trouble getting back to Midgard.
And we'll be able to make that black breath go away?
With the captured light of Alfheim, yes. Welcome to Alfheim, gentlemen. Think you can spot the light? I can barely see it. Something's wrong. See that column of light on the horizon? It's housed in the heart of a ring temple. We'll find what we need there. No. No. Damn it, not yet.
What's happening?
To restore the Bifrost magic, you must step into the light. But be very careful not to get caught.
She's not dead. Is she?
Not likely. Come.
Look at this place.
Stay by me. Touch nothing.
All right, so we're in the Light of Alfheim chapter now. This is a chapter that lots of things to actually do in here. Some things, obviously, you can't get to just yet.
I think you killed it. Look up there. Whoa, what's that about?
Not our concern, boy. Focus. Boy, over here. What does it say?
Something about an eternal war for the light. I don't get it. Both sides need it.
All right, so we got a new rune read called the Eternal War.
Why not just share it?
Greed. You will find it a common cause for war.
They keep murdering the Weta.
It is war. The end of one. The robed one's lost.
What are they attacking us for? What are they doing?
More will come.
Definitely got to be careful with these enemies, as they can
fucking
really surprise you a lot. And don't worry if you don't pick up anything like, say, right here, as you will be coming back through here, obviously, later on, so always keep that in mind. You have to line up your axe in order to be able to do that, hit two at the same time, essentially.
Did you say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is the second cipher for Muspelheim.
Another cipher piece. I'll see what I can fit together. At least we're getting closer to the light. Wait, was that Sindri?
All right, so we're going to go in here, take a look at if there's anything that we need to get, and then we'll move on.
Let's get to it.
All right, so we have a axe upgrade. Of course, that's going to be the first thing that we get into here.
Probably shouldn't let my brother lay hands on it again, but if he does, tell him to temper his steel longer. He's warping the bit work.
We know that we're never going to use these, so let's go ahead and sell them.
Where were you even carrying those? Good, good. Also, remember to breathe. That should tide you over.
So that's going to be it for right now. Let's actually go into the menu system and take a look at some of the things that we can try to upgrade skill-wise.
Was there something else?
So specifically in skills, what I want to get, because it's something I use, will use quite a bit, it's going to help us to kind of put enemies away from us, which is this one right here. While sprinting, press RT to perform a massive leaping attack. I feel for me, in the way that I play, this is something I definitely want to purchase as of right now, and that's going to be the only one that I pick up right now. We're going to need to head over here and aim this in the right spot.
Look, there's a boat tangled up over there. Boat tree! What'd you say?
I said nothing.
Really? Okay.
did your mother speak of this realm?
Not much. Just that since the elves are always fighting over the light, it kept them isolated.
Here we can pick up the Eagersil Dew of cooldown. This gives a permanent cooldown by 2 automatically. So be on the lookout for those things.
Huh?
Again, I said nothing.
Weird. Could have sworn you said something.
What is it, boy?
Voices! You don't hear that?
I hear nothing.
It's going away now. It was screaming. Lots of voices. Angry. You really didn't hear that?
No.
It felt... evil. Look! Should we try talking to them?
No.
But maybe they need help.
They do not stop us, so they do not concern us.
But
They
maybe...
do not concern us.
Look at that. That must be the Ring Temple.
First thing we're going to do is actually kind of go around to the right side. And we have a mini area here that we can explore to its full extent right now.
Alfheim's such a beautiful place, but war makes it ugly.
You see with the eyes of a child. In war, a soldier sees beauty only in the blood of his enemy. The rest of him is lost, sometimes never to return.
You know about war, don't you?
Wars are fought for two things, survival or advantage. Battles may be won by the better soldier. Wars are won by those who are willing to sacrifice everything to ensure victory.
Alright, that's how you can handle those kind of long distance enemies. We use a lot of ranged combat in my specific kind of playthrough of the game. It's not necessarily something that all of you may want to use. Maybe some of you want to get a little more up close and personal, but I prefer ranged because it allows me to kind of play the way that I like to play this game. So everyone's a little different. You need to be very quick here. As long as you keep them without going down, you should be good. Notice that they're going to come at you. When they come up, you can do a little dodge move. Trying to get him into that specific move there, but it can be a little tough sometimes. We're going to head over here. We have another one of these. There's a specific order you need to do them in. Or there's not a specific order, but these are the ones you want to hit. One. Then you want to go this one. And then you want to go the one. That's kind of where you started the entrance.
Over here.
Now, you do have to be quick enough. That's why I had to do the first one again. That'll give you another apple to start your next kind of wave of health.
Follow me, Atreus.
On my way.
So what you're going to want to do here, essentially, is throw this here. Kind of leave it there. But you need to kind of get it to where it hits it on the way back. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do it.
Huh?
And that's how you can get rid of it. And then make sure you run, of course, here. Alright, so we have like a mini little boss fight here. So there's going to be two huge kind of thicker enemies. These guys really only have attacks that are in the red. So essentially one hit from them will take you out. So as always, I like to usually leave them kind of at bay and do a lot of range stuff. But you can risk getting up on them if you have Atreus distract one of them. They're very easy to kind of dodge and get out of the way, and you can get some big hits on them up close as well. So just remember that. Immediately starting this, we're going to do a heavy attack and hold it down. And then get out of the way. Try to use Atreus a little bit here. He's going to help separate them. That way you can focus just on one guy at a time. Just understand the moves that they do. Once you get to know their actual moves, it'll become a little bit easier to dodge them, I guess you could say. There you go, separate them. All right, separate them. And we're just dwindling them down. That's all it is. Just dwindle him down. He'll come over to that guy. We can focus on this guy. Get out of the way. When he's got him in that situation, it's always best to throw. That's when you want to throw your actual axe, when he jumps on him. Alright, good. Now we just got his attention. Same thing. Get out of the way. Almost got the first one done. Alright, now we got to focus on this guy. You only need to dodge once, and always do it at the very last second you got, and you should be good. Alright, there's one down, one to go. We can really focus heavily on him with Atreus. There we go. And we did that, of course, without taking any damage too, so that was a nice little bonus. I'm still getting used to the combat again, you know, replaying this game, but we get a Dust of Realms legendary there. It enhances properties for your talismans, and that's number 1 of 18. We're going to come over here now. All right, once you grab this, you just need to line it up, as you see. Go ahead and pick up your next artifact, which is the start of the Spoils of War, 1 of 6. And we're going to head into this room. All right, so this one is not very difficult to figure out. Essentially, all you're going to need to do is pull this all the way to the very end. Then you need to line up all 3 of them, and then throw your axe as soon as they're all lined up. So once you have that, let go, get your axe out, line this up here, get ready, and there you go. You will have an enemy after this too, just one enemy. And we just picked up a new talisman, which is a rare talisman, which is actually a really good one for Realm Shift. If you're someone that likes to dodge at the last second, you can slow down time, give you a little bit of an advantage. So I'm actually going to go ahead and equip that one. Be looking here, do I actually have another one? Nope, so we're still waiting for one more there. So there's the enemy that came in. And you can continue to go for your tripping him. I don't think so. Okay. And that should be all you pretty much need to do over in this area. And you have fully pretty much 100%ed this area. I don't think there's anything else you need to focus on here. So now we're going to head to the opposite side. Now, you will not be able to get everything in the opposite side because obviously you cannot grab the Valkyrie area, temple that you need to go back behind there. Not till later. So you will have to come back to this realm later.
Sindri said Mother was a warrior. Was she in a war too?
Of a sort. Her family was decimated by hostile rivals, and she alone survived. She walked the warrior's path, but her war was to live on, to brave an unforgiving world alone.
And that's why she asked Sindri and Brock to make her the axe?
She had the strength to wield such a weapon, and the wisdom to use it for good. She found purpose in protecting the weak.
So, she'd help out the elves?
No.
So immediately we're going to go over here and we're going to take out these nightmares. Now they will come at you very fast once they get close to death. Now, what you're going to need, you're going to have to come back here later too once you do the Valkyries, is you'll have to have your Light of Alfheim, and you'll be able to do those, and you'll create another Realm Tear. But that's later. You could do that either after you finish your main mission and you're kind of headed back, or you can do it when we come back and grab the Valkyrie. It's up to you. Next, you can see we got one of these enemies. He's not as strong as the other ones we were just facing, but he still can do some massive damage, as you can see, because if you time it wrong, it's all about timing. Once you get more used to some of the enemies, timing-wise, you'll get better and better. All right, we got enemies coming up here, so just get ready. All right, there's still one more. Again, I have found the best strategy for me is to throw. Do not give them the opportunity to go underground. This is where, obviously, you can get in here for the Valkyrie.
We'll need something to get through this one.
All right, first one you need to do is right here. And jump across. Then you'll see that you'll need to kind of do like a little aiming thing where you'll come back with it. So essentially, you know, like throw it there, maybe like turn a little bit here this way. It's very hard to kind of get it. As you can see, that one is really hard, so you kind of got to angle it to where... There we go. That way we can grab that. Before we do the legendary chest, we're going to go ahead and hit this. And then we can grab it. This gives us a new heavy runic attack, so let's take a look. You can see the damage is actually really good. 3 powerful slams. Now remember, the one that we have right now is a very, very heavy frost damage, and it's kind of an area of attack thing. But honestly, they're both 90 seconds, so it really doesn't matter which one you do, but I really, really enjoy using this one because it just annihilates everybody. So we'll kind of mix up when it comes to ones that we use, as long as you want to make sure that you try to keep the cooldown to the least possible. That way, when you're using these specific ones, you'll be able to kind of reuse them over and over again faster. That's really a good strategy, is to always focus on as quickly as possible. Here's our second artifact. That's about what we can do here, except the last thing, of course, is to grab the 7th out of 51 Raven. And of course, again, we have 2 things left to come back later to get, which is the Tear and the Valkyrie Temple. Don't forget to go left here.
Father, you ever know anyone else who heard voices?
I knew desperate men at sea who, when our supplies ran dry, would quench their thirst by drinking seawater. They swore the sirens, evil creatures singing to them from nearby islands, were in fact their wives and daughters calling them home. They endangered the crew, steering us toward the reefs.
How did you fix them?
We threw them overboard.
Oh. Well, good thing I didn't drink any seawater. Right?
Yes, it is.
The blue door! That's gotta be the entrance. Let's go!
Careful, boy.
What are they doing? The bridge is gone. They covered the crystal with that stuff. Why?
To prevent reinforcements.
The trick with these enemies is essentially to do a running, and you should hopefully be able to knock some of them off. Always constantly move. There's that realm shift I told you about. Keep them at bay as much as you can. Anytime they throw something like that, get out of the way. Now they'll start doing that. Keep going for trying to get them down by using that technique of where you're making them trip. And as you can see, it becomes much... Here's the first wave. As you can see, they didn't drop any health, which kind of sucks, so gonna have to be perfect as always, or try to be. I'm nowhere near as good as the combat yet, so obviously, you know, my walkthroughs tater more towards people that have a little hard time sometimes with the combat, is we're not trying to go for a no damage. That would take a lot of effort to learn every single enemy and every move.
Okay, so that did something, I think.
Sometimes they can dodge out of the way really, really well. Other times you'll be able to knock them off pretty easily there. But you don't know if you're always going to get it. Oh, nice. Good realm shift. Perfect. Get him over there. Come on. Yes.
Ready?
You can see where this move really comes in handy. All right, and I dropped a little bit of health, not much, but
We do not belong here.
Wait, combined together like that, they kind of look like a rune. It doesn't make sense.
Come, back to the boat.
Father, the pillars and ring form an elvish rune.
What does it ask?
Without me or within me, death is sure. Yet within you, I am life most pure. Yep, it's water, all right.
Boy!
It was the voices again, but different voices. Less angry. They were asking for help.
We are here for the light. I do not care who they are, nor what they want.
You never care about anything.
You have something to say?
No. Ogre. What's happening? Whoa! Look what we found! Father?
Yes.
The voices I heard, it was hard to make out, but way in the back I'm pretty sure I heard Mother.
That is not possible.
But I know what I heard.
Atreus, enough.
He looks different. Look at those horns.
Behind me, boy.
it's a really nice move to use right there because it just puts them right directly in there. This can be a really, really tough fight unless you use this method here, which allows me to be able to take them out pretty easily. Might take you a few times before you get used to doing these maneuvers, but that's essentially why we got that specific skill. So is that when we run and jump, it knocks them up in the air and knocks them out of the entire area. Really, really great skill to have.
Stay away from those cages.
I wonder why they're locked up.
Be ready.
What?
Got him just in time there. The trick to doing that one, from what I found, is to aim a little higher. And I'm just cutting out all the trying to figure them out and stuff as I kind of go through the game. But you want to aim that one a little bit higher, that way you'll get it. So we have another heavy runic attack. This gives good damage and good frost, but I really don't like this one. The good thing about this one, though, is it's a 45-second cooldown. But what I have found is having the area of attacks are really good too. But you notice that you can get 2 of these off in the amount of time that you do 1 of those. So let's just switch, see how kind of it works with this as we're trying out different combinations. Always be looking above you. We'll be coming back through here many times, so if you do miss something, it's not that big of a deal. Finally getting a little bit more health. You'll be facing off against these enemies later when you're coming back. Just always be on the lookout for things that you can knock down. Alright, we got another enemy section here. As you can see, we've got the heavy guys.
At the rate.
Try this new one here. As you can see. Oh, almost caught me there. Nice, just in time. Oh, get out. Nice realm shift. Woo, baby. Let me pick this up. I like to think Atreus has got this. And throwing this with the frost damage really soaks in the flavor. Remember, we're still going. Oh, nice. That was a random way to get hit. That's alright. That's why we got those resurrection stones. That's right. We got lucky. That's what I like to tell myself. Alright. It's alright, we'll just need to get another resurrection stone. I don't want to use them too much, obviously, but in situations like that where, you know, it just kind of happens. Alright, so we have a few things. You can see a chest there. You can see that we've also got another one of those. So this is, I guess you could say it can be a little difficult to figure out the first time. But it's not too difficult. So remove this here. Go down, of course. Now, this is where you want to be right now. Except you want to throw it a little bit better than I do. Alright, get out of here. Head down. We can grab these two.
Tricky.
with our hands. And we'll need to release it in order to be able to go, obviously, back up. Now we're going to do the same thing and go down a little bit more. Yeah, so as you can see now, we're kind of like going down a little bit as well.
Think that side hallway will get us to the temple?
We will find out.
There you go. So you got all 3 of the seals. Now, let go of your axe here, or bring it back. That way you can grab the chest. And you can see we picked up some new, some bracers, some armor bracers. Now, notice here, this is what I am focusing on when it comes to building my character, is if I get a positive in the upper number there, which is the one that says 1 next to the HP 64 out of 143, then it's probably mostly a good thing. Like in this case, it's good for runic, it's good for defense. And so because of that case, we're going to go ahead and equip this. I think that that's going to help. Now, another thing to notice is it doesn't look like this one has a rune slot. So obviously we lose, you know, a few things because of that. But it starts out at level 2. So you're gonna be eventually be able to go up 2 more levels with this as well. But you also have to remember that you don't get a socket slot for that particular one. So just kind of mix around and see what works best for you. It's all about, the combat's always going to be the same. It really doesn't matter, honestly, what armor you wear. Even though, yes, it does help you in certain situations. You just need to get good with the combat. That's how you're going to get better. And that's our second apple. So 1 more and we'll be able to increase our health. One thing you'll notice that when you come over here and you release your axe, there's a chest there.
You were wrong back there.
Oh,
I know Mother's voice better than anyone. It was her.
she is gone, boy. Speak no more of this.
Fine.
I'm still working out on my favorite builds and what I'm trying to do and pull off and all that. So we got reduce all damage from Dark Elves. This is very, very good to have. And you can stack up a bunch of these. So I highly recommend using specifically this, this one. So we can go to sockets here. And you can see that we have reduced all damage from Dark Elves attacks by 12. And it stacks up to 36%. So that means you can do up to 3 of them. And you're going to get these throughout this entire level. Eventually we'll equip it with that one too. And we might change back to the other one just so that we can have that 36%. Always be looking up. You never know. I essentially know where all the collectibles are, but I don't fully remember where every little tiny thing is. Got a big fight coming up ahead here. And again, just because of what I've kind of practiced with it already, I can already tell that I do not like that specific rune. We're not going to do any upgrades in that regard yet. You can see that he's just got hope in that one. Weapons. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that specific one here. Even though it's 45 seconds, just not a big fan of it. So we're going to go back to this one, which is kind of like that really, really nice one. But then there's also that one, which is at level 4. So let's just go with the Frost. Although, like I said, Evaldi's Anvil, we could very, very easily start to upgrade that one because that one's such a good one too. All right, let's go. Nothing special about this fight here, just constantly hit RB over and over again. Pretty much lasts the entire time almost. It's a story-related moment, meaning that you'll never lose your rage here.
Hold on, boy! Fight! Run, boy!
You can see that guy has an unblockable version of what he's doing. Ah, just missed him. Gotta watch out for him and his little unblockable move there. But it's pretty easy to get around. There we go.
Thanks.
I like how he just says, ugh. All right, so this one can be a little tricky. You can hit them both at the same time. There you go. And that'll unlock this up here. Obviously, we need to pick up a rage too.
Across here.
You'll come back later to be able to get across into those areas there, as well as the one over there. All right, should be good to go.
Hey, you sure the witch is okay? I'd hate to think she died helping us.
She knew what she was doing.
Okay.
Nothing you can do in this room just yet. All right, so we got a big boss fight coming up with our first ancient. They can be actually quite difficult, but there is some ways to kind of cheese specific areas.
If we cut enough away, the bridge above us should reappear.
Right.
Expect resistance.
Right.
You're going to have an artifact up there, but we can't get to it yet. So once we come up here, you're going to take a bunch of regular enemies off, and then you're going to get the Ancient. And then at the very end of the Ancient, you'll have a few more enemies that will come at the same time with the Ancient. So this one might take you a little time to figure out and to get good at, but just keep at it. Just like I'll have to do. Restart after restart. Alright, so with these guys here, same thing as always. Some of them you will be able to do that with. Others you won't be able to do that, so. It can really suck when they do that move right there. Because you kind of get stuck in a pattern here. Just know that there's also a guy firing at you from above, so. Go for him. See how you can't get by that one? Oh, he still got me there. Nice. Ooh, just made it. Once you take this out, that's when the Ancient's gonna get up. Probably a good idea to go ahead and grab. Now, what you want to do is you want to try to end the fight over here. Ah, just missed him. Alright. Looks like another guy just came down here. You'll see why staying over here is your best bet. Alright, here we go. So you want to stay like in this corner.
You find its weak point. We can use it against them.
Just do this over and over. Alright, now get in there. Take him out. Alright. Now I can just focus on these guys here. Alright, got him. I don't think so. There we go. Nice. Good job. Actually, I only died once there, so I was very impressed with myself.
Watch our backs, boy.
Lots of things to pick up here. Alright, picked up another one of these. See? Adds up to another 12%. And we got a new crafting labor, which is a Heart of Stone. And you bring these, obviously, back to Sindri. to craft ancient armor. All right, I think that's it. Let's grab the chest. Got a new light. As you can see, the light has 4 damage, which is actually a pretty good one. So a lot of people actually like this one because of the 4 damage. I am kin to like it too. You do get a 15%, or excuse me, 15-second more cooldown. So we're going to go ahead and switch to it and give it a shot. However, what I want to do now, though, is go into armor and then make sure that we equip the next version. Unsocket it. There we go. And then I should make a little bit less damage that we'll receive from them. Obviously, on this difficulty, that is a very, very important thing, considering that just 2 shots might take you out completely. So maybe it'll move it to 3 shots. And so that's why it's good.
You're freezing at first. Smart. That did it! We brought the main bridge back.
We must find a way up.
Alright, so before you head back, make sure you come back over here. I told you earlier that you can pick up an artifact, so do not forget it. This will be the next one in the line. I believe the 3rd one.
Ooh, good find.
For the Spoils of War. Now we've got the light that is needed in order for us
Maybe this will spit us out on top.
to go inside here. I promise you all, my combat will get better. I'm still kind of learning a lot, replaying the game again for the first time in literally, you know, a bunch of years.
Look! The blue door! We made it!
Let me know if you guys would like to see a death compilation at the end of this walkthrough. Let me know in the comments, where I could tally up and put a bunch of the deaths and me cussing and raging and all that stuff.
We have a problem.
And let me tell you, on some of these instances, I do rage if I feel like I got hit when I shouldn't. So it'd be pretty funny to see. Let me know if you want to see that.
These doors do not open.
Hello? I don't get it. Why even have a door then? Hello?
Come, we will find another way in.
Alright, so first off, we're going to head to the left here. We got
More of
another
those
chest that we can
bells.
open.
A Nornir chest must be nearby.
I believe this is another one of those where you need to, like, line it up and all that good stuff. But I think what you need to do is, let's see. There we go. Need to be close to do it. So you got 2 out here, and you've got the long one in there. So go for the long one first. Except I missed. Now, obviously, you got to be super, super quick. That's why we had to hit that one the second time. Or you could go for the other 2 first. I don't think the order really matters, but as long as you get them. And we've got the next in our line of rage, and we've picked up the Hornblood Mead, which means we have now maximized our rage, which definitely helps. Alright, so next up, we're going to grab another shrine. This should be our 4th shrine of the playthrough. Again, once you start doing optional stuff, the order of shrines might change based off if you don't do the exact same stuff that I do.
We found something interesting.
Oh, really? I love something interesting.
Another one here.
This giant's a sorceress. Her name's Groa. Looks like she had visions. Did Odin kill her for her book?
Next one is called More Than Myth, which is find all Jortnir shrines. We are again at 4 out of 11. It's a part of a labor, so think of it as like a way for you to get extra rewards and stuff like that as well. Listen to all these conversations. This will unlock some side quests that you can do for later.
Whoa! You killed an ancient?
Yes,
Was it difficult?
yes,
Is that all you're gonna give me?
yes.
Labor complete.
How are you here before us, dwarf? We were told our path was the only one between realms.
Well, it may be the only way for you to travel, but we dwarves are full of surprises.
That is not an answer.
Ah, hang on to that sense of wonder. There's so little mystery once you've amassed the wealth of arcane knowledge that I have. Where to comb the realms for exotic resources, how to craft them into creations that defy imagination. To the novice, I'm sure it all seems like magic, but... oh, all right. It's magic. Are you happy now?
Sindri, have you always been so...
Clean? Huh. Don't I wish. No, I was just as unsanitary as the next dwarf until the day a Vanir witch set me straight. She discovered with her magic there are hundreds of thousands of tiny beasties on everything around us. Oh, so small you can't even see them.
No.
It's true. And if they get inside you, they make you sick. But the witch told me there's one wood, the oak, that's a natural deterrent. Stops the beasties from spreading. So now, I make all my handles from oak. See? I think of these things. Okay, back to work.
So how come Brock's blue and you're not?
Boy,
Oh, it's fine. Very good question, actually. You see, my brother's not as careful as I am. In fact, he prefers to work with metals using his own bare hands. Ugh. No gloves. Says it's the only way he can hear what it wants to be. Touch enough raw silver and it changes your skin irreparably. That means forever. I wouldn't bring it up to him, though. You know how sensitive he can be.
I guess that makes sense. Sindri, why don't you just make up with your brother already?
Me? Make up with him? Because he's an obstinate pighead incapable of change. Because he says the most terrible things about me just because he's insecure about his own work, which, let me tell you, is subpar. Because he blames me for the things that aren't my fault.
Huh? Like what?
Would you pardon me, please? I need to collect myself.
All right, so now that we've done all the optional conversations, we'll go in here, see if there's anything I feel like I need to upgrade, and then we'll continue on. All right, so I've decided that I'm not going to get anything yet. That's right.
Well, if you don't need it, don't buy it.
That's what I like to say. However, we are going to go into some more skills, and to get, obviously, this is something I think that we probably do need, as we have a bunch of stuff here that we can actually do, kind of add combos, Pride of the Frost here, a heavy attack finisher at the end of a light attack combo, so you can do RB 3 times and then RT to perform that. So let's go ahead and get that. So a few things I want to do here, as I feel like it's about time to give ourselves a few more hits here. Especially anything that's really 500. I mean, that's what you want to focus on as much as possible. So what we're going to do here inside our skills menu here is get some of Atreus's Talon Bow Expert Combat up. This is going to allow him to have more moves that he can do, which will obviously help us out with taking out more enemies in the end. As you can see, we've already purchased pretty much everything so far, and the Talon Bow, I think, is a very, very good skill to make sure that you upgrade as much as possible. So that's all we're going to do for right now, but we'll do more later.
I always say.
All right, let's move on.
this way.
We're inside. Of course.
These guys, you just want to make sure that you get to them as quickly as you can. As you can see, you essentially are keeping him from being able to really do anything, which is really nice. Nice. Now, the trick about that is we would actually have to fight out a lot more enemies there because they can kind of make more enemies show up. But if you're able to stop them before they do that, you could literally keep them from being able to call in reinforcements. And of course that helps. So you don't have to worry as much. So as you can see, we got a little thing here. Otherwise, you'd have a lot of enemies there that we would have been fighting. Always look up and down because you never know where there's going to be more stuff. You can see there's another one up ahead. Alright, you can see we got nightmares. Get the nightmares as quickly as possible. Oh, I kind of walked into that one there. Ooh, nice move there. He should be just about dead. All right. Woo, barely got through that one. You know, some enemies can be just a lot tougher than others.
Now that's impressive.
Especially when they kind of gang up on you and you got a bunch of them.
Read it.
From darkness, keep safe the light. Didn't do a very good job, did they?
There's a new lore. Keep safe the life, a rune read. I will try to have all these in the timestamps, of course, just like always. So make sure you check in the timestamps on every single one of these videos so you're aware of where something that you want to pick up is. I'm going to come over here. You can see this there. Got to kind of angle it right here. There we go. All right, we picked up a new runic war belt. This should match essentially the one that you kind of, I guess, got last time. But take a look at it. As you can see, we're losing more and more strength. However, we're gaining runic and defense. So you just really have to ask yourself, you know, what's the most important thing? But here's the other big kicker, is that this actually has a socket into it. Can only go level 1. So, however, this one does not have a socket. So you have to ask yourself, do you want it or not? And I'm not going to risk it right now because of the fact that we already are missing 1 socket, and that'll be 2. So it's a risk reward system. Just make sure you always remember that what you do not end up using, that you sell as quickly as you can. Always got to look into things like, okay, is it going to have something specific that I need later on, now? You know, keep those things in mind.
There, the light.
They've covered it up with that stuff. How would they do that? Look. Another light off. What's he doing? Oh no! Why are they killing him? He didn't do anything.
Do not assume. You are seeing the end of a war, boy. You do not know what led to this moment.
But he didn't even defend himself.
That was his choice. We make ours.
Knocking this one down! Behind you! Look out!
All right.
What now?
The light is near. Look for a way inside.
Remember, that's all about trying to get them as close to the edge as you possibly can, and then knocking them off. Remember the guy who can summon more enemies, so you got to be careful about him. We like to live dangerously close to health as well. If you do a heavy attack, hold it. It'll automatically break that.
That did it! Look! More light bridges!
Follow me.
What I usually, and how I like to play, is I base off of a situation I come across, and if I feel I'm having too much difficulty with a specific area, then that's when I'll start to look at the upgrades and see what I can do, or skills that I might possibly need. I don't like to go too quick when it comes to that stuff, because I feel it's best to separate them when it's a situation I need. Remember, they will come at you eventually, and when they do, they're an instant kill. So sometimes let them...
Not bad, but not good either.
Sometimes let them come close to you, or let them get into that state of where they're at a one-hit kill, essentially. Again, aggro them. Don't let him do that, see? Keep him from being able to really do anything as much as possible. When it gets close, get out of the way. Perfect. There you go. Just try to keep them from aggroing as much as you can.
You're restoring all the pathways.
So with this section, you'll see that there are certain ones you need to do. Line up. There's one. Second one are these three here. And the final one is from over here.
Aw. I don't think we're supposed to be in here.
Quiet.
Did you hear that?
Stay alert and by my side.
Hey, when we make it to the light, how do you think we get it into the Bifrost?
The witch said to step into it
She did?
when she was ripped away from this realm.
Oh, how'd I miss that?
You are more concerned with her safety than our goal.
Is that a bad thing?
If one prevents the other. Quiet! I have him. Your knife boy.
That was close.
Do not stray from me, boy.
You don't gotta tell me. Oh, so sticky.
Gina, Nuna!
Another one!
Stay back.
The light!
Yes, we are near our goal, but we must be careful. Understand?
God,
So there's two ways of tackling this next section. Either you can go one by one on all of the enemies until you take them out. Their health is significantly lower than normal because of a gauntlet. Or you could run through as quick as you can. Really, both methods work. One allows you to farm, challenges and stuff if you're trying to do specific hits and whatnot. And the other one just gets you through it.
When it falls, be ready. We will need to move quickly.
okay.
I guess we'll find out which one works best for me up ahead.
Jump, boy!
Look out!
Here they come. Stay behind me and protect our flank.
Yes, sir!
All right. So the ranged is our friend, everybody. Focus on ranged. Again, they're so much weaker that you don't have to worry too much about damage. Don't forget to use Atreus. Try to go for headshots. If you do need to aim above their head, you could do that, and then it'll hit them on the way back if they're blocking everything. But just try to continually move forward, essentially. Because once they do try to hit you, you usually can get a good parry if you're good at the parry system. or at the very least you can get a block. They usually will not follow up a second hit. And then once you do get that, because of what we've upgraded, we're able to get in another hit to kind of make everybody move a little bit more forward. Just got to start timing everything.
Shooting boy, I will clear our path.
Once you get good at the parry system with these enemies, it'll become significantly easier. And then once you get up a little bit further,
Time between your volleys.
What happened to accuracy on the
we're going to do a little something different.
Targets. You will not miss.
We're going to use our rage meter, which will allow us to get through a lot of the west of the Ray. All right, rage.
A narrow path negates superior numbers.
All right. They essentially won't attack you from this point, so you're good to go.
Boy, are you injured?
I'm fine. Wow. It's beautiful. The light. It's making the whole temple reappear. It's the source of all of it. Wait. It's singing. I hear her! I told you I heard her! Do you think she's in there? Ah! Ah! Ugh, that really hurt. I felt like my hand was on fire.
Stay here.
But I want to
Stay here. Only use it as a last resort.
You're giving me your axe?
I am letting you hold my axe. It is not a gift.
Still.
What is this? Faye?
You have to come back. You left me here alone.
Atreus?
Alone with him. He always leaves. He's never here. He doesn't want me and he never will. I don't know him and he doesn't know me. Doesn't seem to want to. I'm strong. I'm smart. I'm not what he thinks I am. I know better. He doesn't talk to me. Doesn't teach me. It should have been him. Do you hear me? Him, not you. Except... I don't mean that. You know I love him. I just wish he was better. I know he can be. So if he tries, I'll try. But if he doesn't, please come back. I know you're out there somewhere.
Wait! Come back! No! No! What have you done? Why did you do that?
I saved you! You were trapped in there! I waited, but you wouldn't come out! So I pulled you out!
Boy! I was gone only... moments.
No! You've been gone a long time! I didn't know what to do! You left me here! Again! Why don't you care?
That's impossible.
We should go before they come back. I hope you got what you needed.
Yes.
Look! There's our exit. But there's no light to make a bridge. We're trapped. And the witch's bowstring is useless.
Boy, your bow. Hold it out.
So now we have light arrows, which is going to pretty much open up a lot of things for us to be able to explore now, as well as continuing the main story.
On my mark, loose your arrow into the stone.
It worked.
We can now make our way back. Come.
That stairway's blocked. There's a light crystal ahead, just laying there. Maybe it'll help us get out of this stupid place.
So if you take it over there, that's going to continue the story, but what we're going to do is actually put it over here so we can grab this chest. You don't even need to aim. All you just got to do is look at it, and you should be able to grab it. As you can see, that gives us the third what we need. Remember, we can't stack any more than this. So technically, if we went over here and we decided to get rid of this level 2 armor and go back to this one here, obviously we'll gain 11 strength, some luck, but we'll lose a little bit of runic and defense, and I think that's kind of worth it just to be able to go into our sockets and make sure that we can do this. And as you can see, that will make it so much easier for us to go through these next sections when taking damage and things like that. But of course, play the way that you want. Mine is only a guide to hopefully help you get through it as well. Of course, what I'm doing is not a definitive way for you to play the game. Mainly, what I'm doing is here to show you where the collectibles are, show you how I was able to get through it, some of my strategies for getting through some of the enemies. I'm nowhere near an expert at this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time, so I always will try to do the best that I can, of course. But I just want you guys to know that this is more about the challenge of being able to get the platinum and completing the platinum on Give Me God of War mode, as opposed to, you know, a definitive way that this is how you should play it. So you're going to have some enemies here. They're all going to be nightmares, so you know what to do. As soon as they get close, back away. But as you can see, sometimes it can be a little tough, especially when 3 of them come at you at the same time. So my suggestion would probably be to focus on those over there and let Atreus maybe focus on those. That's what you're going to need to do in order to get back up there. But first we need to come over here. And we're going to make our way to the right side. Oh, I just missed him there. Alright. We still got this guy to worry about here. You can just kick him off. Very easy method to do. We need to take this down.
Finally! I'll light the crystal if you find me an angle.
Let us make our way back up.
And once we get up, we're going to have a big fight here. So obviously you definitely want more health than I usually end up being when I go into these situations. Learn from me, not do exactly what I do, essentially. Learn from my mistakes, people. Alright, I don't see any health items. Alright, good. We got the one that we really wanted to focus on getting down. And we're still alive. What do you know? We're just not getting very, very lucky when it comes to health pickups. Or you could just get good strain.
This is blocked too.
Nice. I really, really enjoy knocking them off. I feel it's the best way to take them out. Alright, so this one's called the Strike of the Utgard, Light Runic Attack. Look at the frost, look at the damage, look at the cooldown time. You can see that it can do really, really good kind of like enemies that are directly in front of you. But honestly, it's not as good as you might think. This is really the one that I think a lot of people enjoy because of the low cooldown and the stun damage that it does. So you can take out enemies a lot quicker if you say you use your fists a lot more. This one is just to, you know, give you as much damage on an enemy that is super, super close to you. We're actually going to switch back to Hell's Touch, as I feel it's going to be a little bit better in our case for what we're trying to do. Only problem is cannot equip another runic gem with cooldown is active. Okay, so we have to wait until that cooldown is done. That's why it won't let us do it.
Where are you taking that?
Boy, over here.
New lore marker found, the Light of Alfheim. Should be able to do it now, I think. Yep. So we're going to go back to here, and we're going to try to really get our stun damage up, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the money to get this Hell's Touch up. Like I said, it's really, really good when it comes to using stun. So if we can get our stun up quite a bit, that's going to help us be able to take out enemies as well. Also, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade a few of these items here, as I really feel like we need to start kind of detailing this more. So I do throw a lot of axes in my type of gameplay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and upgrade this one for now. This means if I get a headshot and you see that little marker appear above your axe, then you want to immediately recall it, and then you'll get kind of like some extra boost. I really don't use the running normal hit. I always use the running heavy hit when I do that, so I really don't need to do any of that. Increase the amount of permafrost gained on every successful axe hit. This is something you definitely want. And then that's about it for right now. And then we'll dive into more as we go on a little bit. Always try to grab the things that are like the cheapest that you think you know you're going to want to use a lot. Obviously, we want to do some magic combat. Very cheap. And there you go. Should be good enough for now. Don't forget to pick this back up. That should make us definitely a little bit better in combat.
You gonna carry that everywhere?
I just might.
Oh, look. The blue door that's not a door.
And a sand bowl.
How do you expect me to reach it?
There's a lot of moments where Atreus is very, very annoying, and this is just one of those. He's essentially really just pissed at you right now because of you left him for a long period of time, even though you didn't, but the game says you did.
Maybe instead of looting a sacred temple, you could just get out of here?
If I want your opinion, boy, I will ask for it.
This should be the first of the next 3 for the Blood Mead to get our rage meter up.
Climb up. Have a look.
I can't get to the bowl from here. It's too far to jump.
Hold on.
Not like I have a choice.
You can reach the bowl now.
Uh-huh.
What does this mean?
Seed.
Remember the shape.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
Greatest man or tallest tree begins as any more than me. Yeah, it's seed. Stupid riddles. So, it's a door after all.
If you need Sindri, he's going to be down and to your left. And we just picked up an achievement, it looks like. Although I didn't get my big one to show up, but feels like home.
Great. The one with the horns is back. What does he want now?
The Light Elves. Yeah, see, normally I have this nice big achievement that shows up, but sometimes it won't actually come out, so I apologize.
I hate that guy.
He will be back.
They really gotta go back down here again?
Do you see any other way?
No.
Then,
This is where you can pick up your 4th of 6 Spoils of War for your artifact set. And that should be it for this area.
Great. Now I can barely see.
there's light. Make do.
Always miss her, just barely. Remember, these witches are very annoying sometimes.
Use your ears. Adapt.
We've already got everything that you can get in this outside room here, so we're going to head over here. Use this area right here as a funnel. As soon as you drop this, enemies are going to appear. Like I said, I really prefer to take them out, a lot of enemies via distance. Here's our next artifact, which is number 5 of 6. I think that's about it in here. We'll pick this up.
The crystal everywhere like the last one?
If need be.
You will have to let it down a few times, as more enemies are going to come out pretty much right here. We're going to have a big boss fight coming up, but we have a few more enemies to worry about before then. See, sometimes if you drop it right in there, it can get in your way. Get yourself up as much as you can with your health, of course. We've got a little puzzle here, so what we're going to want to do is put this in the center. And it's just a timing puzzle. It's not actually that difficult. You just got to be fast. And what I mean fast is you have to get those two on each side. So... And you can see just how quick and hard it can actually be. If you miss just even once, it can almost screw you up, but we were able to get it the first time there, so. Alright, the next set of the runic set you can get right here. Again, they're level 2, so you're able to upgrade them continuously, and they do give you a lot of good runic and defense. But like I said, it's much, much better as of right now to continue with the normal what we have, because it just allows us to be able to put those sockets in. And those sockets are very important to reduce the amount of damage, especially for the boss fight coming up. I think that was pretty much it. All right, so what you need to do, don't forget about this. I almost did. Is grab this again, because we're going to need it a third time. It's going to create a walkway so you can continue on.
Boy, shoot.
That's how it works.
Do not skip this part. You're going to need to go back down in here. Remember, there's an area.
We can use the same sandbowl that brought us down the first time. I want to get out of here.
This should be the final artifact for Spoils of War. Now that set's complete. Don't forget we need to sell them as well. I don't think there's anything else under here. Make sure you do this without taking your axe back. And now we have the big boss fight, which will be the final, not the final enemy, technically, because there's still some areas that we have yet to do, because we didn't have the proper things. But notice where these two health items are, because you're probably going to need them. I'll do my best to learn the boss fight. I don't remember a lot about it as of yet. But, yeah, it's just one of those where you need to make sure you be very, very patient and wait for him to attack you until you see an opening. He throws a lot of light at you when you're close to him and you're trying to hit him, so keep that in mind. But with that being said, here we go. Alright, so I'll try to explain this in the best way that I can. He's got like 2 moves that you really want to focus on. When he's running at you like this, dodge, then get about 3 to possibly 4 hits there, and then he'll sometimes go into that. Do not rush him at that point. That's the same move as he just did when he was a little closer. That's the move you want. Dodge, get 2, 3, possibly 4 depending on what he does, and then immediately back away. You want him to rush you. This rushing move is the one you want until he's about halfway damaged. Always get away when he does those moves there. Don't ever risk it, because he throws those things right there. That's what always makes it tough. He takes a long time to wind up there, so that's why you gotta be careful. Alright, now he's going to go into this move. Essentially what you want to do is just get away from the light as quickly as possible. If you see him throw a light down in front of you, get away. Do not, like, kind of lock onto the target. There's a reason, because it'll really screw you up sometimes. Essentially what I have found is my runic attacks really, at least for me, are not what I want to use. Until he gets down to half health, you can still continue to do this strategy. Alright, we're still not at halfway yet, so he's not going to do his double move just yet. Always back away after that one. Alright, now he's halfway, so if you see it turn red when he comes at you, like right here, then he's going to do 2 moves. If it's yellow, it's going to be 1 move. That's how you'll know. Never rush on that attack. Don't get caught in like a corner. Always try to go for the headshots with the ranged. Alright, here we go. So he's probably going to do a red. Nope, he didn't do a red yet. So it's going to happen. Just be ready for it and always be paying attention. Don't get caught in a corner either, because then you won't be able to get out of it. Alright, here he goes. He's probably going to do a red. Nope, no, still didn't do a red. Wow, we're getting pretty lucky right now. Okay, this move, it's very, very tough to dodge, but you can do it. Just got to wait till the last second. Always get her out when he does that. It's very surprising he hasn't done a red move yet, because normally he would have done one at this point. So my guess is it's going to be here. Nope. Wow. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. He is not doing... It's really hard to base what I'm trying to do here. So he does this like triple move there. That could be really tough. Honestly, he's really not doing what he's normally does. Maybe we're just too good for him right now. Let's see if he does it here. No! Wow, he's not doing it! What is he doing? He has not done it once yet. That's really the biggest move that you have to worry about, is when he does the double move, because it gets confusing. That's why you gotta look for the red. Wow, he is not doing it. I might actually do this without even using rage. Interesting. Wow. Dude didn't even do it, man. He didn't care. Well, there you go. Perfect boss fight. Nice.
No, that can't be.
What did it say?
That we made a grave mistake.
Like I said, so when he charges you from the ground, After halfway,
Let me guess. You're gonna be smug and say you told me we shouldn't get involved.
That is enough.
Can we go now?
also we picked up a new Wrath of the Wolf, which is a summon, so we'll kind of explain that. But when he charges at you for the first middle of the fight, it's always going to be something that you can just dodge once and then immediately attack. When it's midway through the fight, then he'll change it up and he'll do 2 of those moves. He'll charge at you for the first one, then he'll immediately go into another charge close to you. So that's the one that you have to dodge the second time. However, he never did it once. It's random, I guess, but most of the time you're going to see that red, just to give you guys a heads up. So these are the runic summons, which is specifically for Atreus. These are really, really, really good, and you want to level these up as well. Nice. I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised that we went through that without taking any damage.
Do you remember the answer?
Yeah.
Remember, most of these bosses like that can take you out in almost one hit. So, might look easy, not always that case.
Only time you want to talk to me is when you need
Do you want to tell me something?
I said, the only time you care to talk to me is when you need me to translate for you. If Mom was
If
here...
your mother was still alive, we would not be here at all. Atreus.
Forget it.
Fine.
All right, so there's multiple things you can do right here. You can, start exiting towards the level because you will be coming back. But I would rather do it right here since we're here. We're going to go back to this area over here where we had the Raven and where we also saw the Valkyrie entrance. And we're going to fight off some enemies to get the next Realm Tear. This will be Realm Tear 2 out of, 18? But in order to do this one, you're just going to use the light and light it up. All right, so when doing this, you're going to have a few enemies. They're not the big enemies like we did in the first Realm Tear, so they're not as tough, but definitely stun them as quickly as possible, and you should be able to make it. Do that same move we did last time. Get in there, do that hit, and go away as soon as you can. Also, if you hold down, you can do this move here, which is a really good move, as you can see it. Can be a little bit more aggressive with those enemies than normal. All right, there we go. We got a Pure Essence of Realms legendary used to upgrade a powerful talisman, as well of our Dust of Realms. And number 2 of 18 is complete. That should be it for this section here, for the entire, pretty much, Alfheim. We won't come back here until we need to do the Valkyries. And there's also only one Odin's Raven in this entire Alfheim.
So? Was she in the light?
Who?
You know.
Oh, she was not there.
Not like you would even care if she was.
Mind your tongue, boy! Until our journey is over, one of us must remain focused. Do not mistake my silence for lack of grief. Mourn how you wish. Leave me to my own.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
No. Why would you? Do not know my ways. I know it has not been easy. In the light, I felt only moments pass. If that is of some comfort to you.
That's good to know. Really. So, should we go back to Midgard? Face the Black Breath? Or do you think there's more to see in this realm?
We've done everything we could up to this point. There is one thing that you can get still in this lake here. And I'll show you where it is. If you go over to the left side, you can see it right there.
Busy.
How observant.
I am known for my attention to detail. You boys look like you're gearing up for quite the journey.
So the only problem is, it's really, really tough to see from this angle. Right there. Got it? We'll go back out and grab that. This is nothing to do with getting 100%. It's just, you know, helping you to level up. Remember, we haven't even tackled any really of the side quests yet.
I know of a place that may contain some useful treasure. There's an abandoned temple in Midgard that a fellow dwarf converted to his personal storeroom. Packed it with all sorts of treasures he collected during his travels throughout the realms.
Throughout the realms? Which ones did he go to? What did he collect?
Fafnir was a, shall we say, aggressive collector of magical artifacts. The more he acquired, the more he desired. There was no realm too dangerous, no relic too hazardous. He once ventured deep into Niflheim for a whetstone of all things. Huh. I bet that was quite the whetstone.
Does this story have a point?
Yes, it does. I just happen to have an entry stone to Fafnir's storeroom. You might find something useful in there.
Neat. Thanks, Sindri.
You're very welcome. Oh, and if you find that whetstone, well, it sure would be nice of you to bring it to me.
So that opens up another favor. Remember, these favors...
I'd advise caution if you're heading to the storeroom. Last I was there, all manner of nastiness had taken up residence.
Won't your friend be upset if we steal all of his stuff?
Oh, no. No, not at all. He's dead, I think.
Oh, sorry.
No need to be sorry. These things happen when one travels from realm to realm, collecting priceless artifacts that don't belong to you.
I think he's making a jab at us. But we don't need to get anything there because we'll actually run into Brock here in just a minute. But as I was saying, those are favors, which are technically side missions in the game. We have to do every side mission in order to get the platinum, so I'm just trying to find the best times to do it. I'm trying to create this walkthrough is to not
I have a confession to make.
make you have to go back and forth too much.
Well, this wasn't the first time. Back when we met Brock, his animal warned me about something hiding in the trees. That's why she didn't want to cross.
She told you.
Well, I could just feel what she was feeling, what she was afraid of.
It happens again. You tell me. Understand?
I promise.
But there is essentially all of Alfheim, although the chapter technically is not done until you reach the mountain.
We have the light. To Midgard.
It's crazy to think that all the realms exist in the same space, one on top of the other. It's like this room lets us travel without moving. Rock! We just came back from another realm. And we met your brother. Wait, not in that order.
Did you let that seed sop put hand to your blade? Hmm? You do know he lost his talent, right? Just up and left him one day. Tried taking me down with him. Did he botch up on her girl?
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, leaving a blind pig farts up a truffle now and again. But you know what really counts? Consistency. And I got that coming out of all of my parts.
What did you do?
It's better. Good. Now when you're done gawking, I got a favor to ask.
What is it, dwarf?
There's this alchemist on Vari. Been working out in the Velander mines. Haven't heard from him in maybe, I don't know, 100 winters or so. Probably dead, but maybe you can find him. He's dwarfing like me. Wears a fancy green ring. Owes me a favor. You look?
If it is on our path.
Oh, I see how it is. Not a something-for-nothing type, are you? Fine. If you find Anvari, I'll make him whip you up something special. This entry stone here ought to get you inside those mines.
So a new side mission has been opened up as well. This whole area is becoming more and more explorable.
Something I'm stewing up for you. If you're smart, you'll find him.
Let's listen to the entire conversations. Also, what I'll probably do is have a specific video set for the area that we're currently in and all the things that we can do, so that way it'll be so much easier for you guys to follow. If you want to just follow the story missions, then they'll be nice and labeled just story missions. If you want to follow the optional content, it'll be labeled as the optional, like, kind of Lake of the Nine area or the different realms that we go to that doesn't involve the story.
What realm you gents shaking off? Let me guess. Alfheim?
How'd you guess?
I'd know that smell anywhere. Used to spend my fair share of time there, but I ain't allowed anymore on account of the incident.
What happened?
Well, ain't too sure your daddy's gonna like me talking about it on account of all the swearing and stealing and fucking involved.
What?
Don't judge me. You're the one came in all reeking of elf. Stirs up a man's memories. Go on now. I got things that ain't gonna hammer themselves. Sure, I'm open.
Okay, so we're continuing on. We just, again, got out of Alfheim, so I wanted to make a mental note to all of you out there. This section right here, do not follow exactly what I do. At this moment, go and follow my next video in this series titled 3 Alpha. That is going to be all of your exploration in this area. We're going to get a bunch of side missions and side content done so we can level up. As you can see, we're a lot higher level than we were when you last saw us, or we last went to the upgrade system. So I just wanted to give you guys a mental note on that. So just remember, at this point, go and do extra stuff right now, and then come back to here, and then we'll continue on. Otherwise, I'm going to continue on right here because I've already went and done that. So make sure you check that out, of course. So as you can see, we can upgrade our grip of Volander. with World Serpent Fragment, so that'll give us more
The other
strength.
And don't be letting that spit-fister of a brother of mine lay hands on it again.
And there you go. So very low perk activation chance to grant Protective Barrier. That Protective Barrier actually really helps out quite a bit. Talisman-wise, we also can do some other stuff here. We can upgrade the Talisman of Betrayal. And we can also upgrade the Last Second Chance as well if we want. So that can get 4 to 6. Whereas you can see that actually goes negative. So this one will actually help us out tremendously. Before I upgrade this, though, we are going to take a look at it in action first. This is a new one that I got during the side missions that we've done just ahead of this place right here. But for now, it is time to continue on. Again, make sure you check out my side video showing you how to go around this entire area and get what you can at this point. But for now, we are going to move on. So make sure you check out that section. If you're watching the full walkthrough, make sure you check out, that part. So what we need to do is head back to the mountain because now we have the Light of Alfheim and we'll be able to use it against the Black Breath. You'll notice I've already went ahead and done that area over there and all of the circle area. Now we can actually read these.
I can read what this says now. But it's a name. Rota! Whoa! The name made it light up.
Light of the World, Brazier's Lit is 1 of 8. Restore light to the realm towers.
It is not a name I know.
Me neither. Huh.
We have another one here we can do.
I still can't read these.
Needs a little bit more help, I guess.
What does it say?
Yes, sir. I can read these now. It says Muspelheim, the fire realm, is the gauntlet of the sewer sure.
All right. Rune reads the Fire Realm.
Like a magic glove?
Or a series of dangers?
We should go see sometime.
All right, so as you can see, there's another one of these here. And we are going to wait to do that until a little bit later. As again, you come back through
The
these
witch's magic is still covering those scorn points.
places all the time.
Saves us some time.
Down here, we can actually go ahead and grab this and use it here.
Boy, over here.
Interesting.
Another lore marker found. This one's called Beware of Seor. We're almost finished with chapter 4 at this point. And then we'll be heading into the mountain. You can see nothing to talk to, no reason to do anything here. We've got some wolves to fight off here as soon as we head out, so
Prepare yourself!
you can see it slow down time there. That's what that new rune does for you. Now, one thing to notice, you can use this talisman all the time. Do you see how it slows down a lot? It kind of needs to recharge and rebuild. But it's a very, actually, really decent talisman because it recharges super quick and you can use it all the time. So I actually kind of like it. So you just got to click in the right thumbstick while you're aiming. And as you can see, it'll slow down time for just enough if you're, let's say, about ready to get hit and you need to slow down. So it's actually kind of one that I've been enjoying to use. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. We're reaching the end of chapter 4 once we get up here. I hope you guys have been enjoying the walkthrough, trying to do my best to make it as easy for you to follow, as well as where all the collectibles are, so.
Do you think I could carry her now?
No.
But
I said no.
Okay.
Don't worry about what you see down there. We'll get that later, because we have to go down there. For that, anyways. The next mountain chapter up is actually a pretty fun one. Very hard too.
So who do you think carved
Good
the place
fights.
in the mountain?
You would know better than I.
Thanks.
Now watch your step. Carelessness will only delay us.
Right. Well, there's the Black Breath again. What do we do now?
We see if the witch was right.
Just continually press forward and you're good to go.
It's working. She was right.
Come, let us finish this.
All right, I'll see you in chapter 4. Or excuse me, chapter 5. Don't forget to leave a like and comment.
Path ahead. It's blocked.
Then we climb.